everybody, welcome back. So as you can see, I've kind of been decorating a little bit, or I guess it's not really decorating, putting the finishing touches on the roof here. I did get the other support beam up right here, so you can see I've got the leaves set, and it's kind of a cool little effect. I thought I would put these at the top of each of the support beams, facing up the thatching, and the other thatching kind of sideways and set further in the background. So it's kind of cool. You get kind of the parallax feel there, like it's on a different layer. Its movement is separated from that of the background, so that's kind of cool. A little darker in the background, and yeah, I think it just looks kind of cool. So we may get in there and get some more kind of support stuff going on. I wouldn't mind getting these and kind of crossing those up in here, and you know, getting all kinds of cool little angles and sticks and stuff in there, but I really don't have much material left. I've kind of got that. I went around and turns out I don't have a lot more to go. I threw a couple up in here, and I've got this piece here, but that's pretty much it. We may have to roam around. I think there might be some other trees, so that might be next on the agenda, because I just kind of want to gather everything I can and know what we can do as far as the hut goes here, like what can we have built, and then from there we'll start filling it with things. So let's go ahead and not get stuck on that. Try that again, get up here, and yeah, I think we'll bring the fire pit over, but what I've decided is, rather than have it kind of behind me, behind where I'm standing now, I think what we'll do is maybe keep it where I'm standing now. I think this is probably a good enough spot, and let's bring this over. Okay, so I think that'll work out okay. That way it's not super close to the hut. Not that it will burn it down, but as you know, I have a problem sticking things in there and burning them when I don't want to. It's been a bit of a problem, so I think that'll work, just kind of keeping it out here. Really, I mostly need that to be warm, so that's cool. It's easy enough to cruise over here, and we'll have everything else out here. So I do want to make a lantern or 3, and I do want to make the bed. There's a good number of things to make, but I really do need to go collect more wood, because we need to know what we can do with the hut, and also plenty of that stuff actually requires wood, so I can't just use it all on the hut. We've got to make sure we're saving some supplies. You can see I went and gathered a bunch of driftwood that was nearby, basically all these pieces I had tossed around. I've got those. In fact, while I'm here, let's actually use this for what it's for, and just go ahead and drop these out here. We'll make some inventory space. I do have some stone in here too. Looks like I have 3, in fact, so I could make a stone block, but I think we'll hang on to those for now, because I'm not sure. They could be used as they are in the crafting of something else, and if I turn them into stone blocks, I may not be able to, you know, undo that, so we'll keep them in their base state right now. Let's let this stuff drop. Oh, that fell through. Wasn't supposed to do that. And why aren't these stacking appropriately? Oh well, that's fine. Storage doesn't have to be perfect. I just need a place to put things that is not my inventory space. I still can't get the crab out of here. Oh well. Alrighty, well, I'm going to go ahead and empty out some more things here, and then we'll hit the road and look for some more wood. As you can see over here, I've got a number of things stacked up here. I've pretty much cleared out everything I want to clear out, and I also went around and gathered some nearby driftwood and everything, so you see that quote-unquote stacked here. That's good enough. And stone and everything. Got a spear. It's kind of landed awkwardly, but yeah, it stacks. It's fine. So yeah, it looks like a trap. Like I'm gonna go in there and grab those little rocks, and these are gonna fall down on me. But yeah, and something I kind of noticed in moving things around, oddly enough, there was a period where I couldn't move the chicken that I had, but now I was able to, and in fact it duplicated it. So there's 2 chickens down there, and the yarrow plant did the same thing. I was able to move those around, but for some reason this time it actually duplicated. So I've kept 2 up here, and there's 2 over on the side down here, and just kind of dropped down there. And that goes with the rifle too. You can see I actually have 2 rifles now with the ammunition attached. So at some point things duplicated. In fact, right here you can see the bandage is duplicated as well. So there's one, and I'll just drop this one down here. Or I guess it got used? I don't know. Disappeared. Probably got used on me. It doesn't look like I'm healed up any more than I was before, but who knows? Maybe the duplicates don't do anything. But anyway, the inventory is pretty well cleared out, about as good as I can get it. I want to bring... I guess I don't need to bring this along. Let's do that. So, yeah, and we'll bring 2 of these along. So far, I haven't really been hurt. I know I've got this meter here, but I've done some pretty big falls since then, and my wounds just haven't changed at all. But we'll keep the 2 yarrow plant along for the ride. So, yeah, let's head out. I think that we're going to head east and go through the cave and see if we can't find some more wood so we can start making some cool stuff. Well, came into the cave and realized I needed some sticks here to get up. Be nice if I had some planks. I backtracked just a little bit because I'd passed a board not long ago on the other side of this rope. And I broke that up into 3 pieces, and in using the saw, that's when I realized, look at that, my saw got duplicated. So I have a feeling everything is going to get duplicated. In fact, let's see, if I try to... Can I even grab... Yeah, see that? We have 2 hammers. So... that's odd. But I don't know why that happened. Now I am playing out of the Steam version, and I have switched back and forth before. They kind of use the same saves, so maybe it has something to do with that. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know. It doesn't really do much for me. It's kind of just duplicating things that I don't really need. So let's go ahead and try to make a ladder here. I feel like I had something here before, but I may have come in and stolen the planks. So, oh, I thought I might get away with just that, but maybe not. Alright, let's get one more in there. We just need a little ledge to catch on here. Okay, that'll do it. And on the way back we can kind of pick those up. So let's see if we can't find more stuff. We have the rope. Now, I kind of want to climb there, but as you know, I've had issues with the rope, so we're not going to try and jump onto that or anything. We're just going to keep going. And let's see. Let's gather these stone blocks up, right? And I think I'll ditch this duplicated saw. We know where to find it if we need it. Okay. Stone blocks are good. I think we're going to need that. I think stone blocks are used in at least a few of the things we want to make. Here's a boulder that I can't lift, or it lifts very slowly. Can I get it up there? Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Go. My mouse is actually out of the game window here now. Chug, chug, chug. There it is. Oh, let's get it a little bit higher and like over here. Ah, whew. That thing was heavy. Okay, so there was some driftwood there. Don't really need that. I'm not worried about the grass. We've got plenty of that. Grows tomato, but I can't seem to pick it up. You may have to use some kind of tool, maybe? Can't seem to grab it. Can't grab it out of construction mode. Okay, well, we'll leave it there. And grab this guy. Definitely going to need wood for the things we want to be making. We'll scoop that up. There's a spear here. Now, I already have a spear too, and I read, I believe it was in a Steam discussion, that the spear is broken or quite buggy. So I think we'll just go ahead and leave it. No sense in dragging it along if it's going to have issues. Plus, like I said, we've already got one. And look at this. Is that a skull? Nice. We will definitely take a skull. That is random. We can put that on a steak or something? I don't know. I don't know if that sounds morbid, but... Alright, let's go ahead and chop this tree down. We definitely need that. Certainly need the wood. Okay. Now I just need to get the saw out here, I believe. I think this is easier to do in construction mode, so we can get it off the ground. There we go. Look at all that wood. Okay. Now we'll just move this out of the way. I think the crab, which is bugged, doesn't block my... Yeah, interesting. That's cool. Works for me. And maybe we can do that. Excellent. I don't know if I can grab this stone. I'm not sure what good that'll do me. What is this? Broken tree. I don't think I can cut this up anymore. There's a whole bunch of wood we just got from the one tree. I'm wondering if, is it possible that everything is being duplicated? There's some kind of bug now? Alrighty, not too far over. We've got a few more things here, and I am quickly running out of room. I really believe that there's some kind of duplicating deal going on. I don't think the tree was supposed to give me that many of these planks. That's crazy. It's crazy talk. Okay, what's in here? Ammo, which seems like we have plenty of, but in any game that leaves ammo, you don't leave ammo behind, right? It's unheard of. Okay, well, I am pretty stocked up here. I could take this driftwood since I pretty much have to head back anyway. Yeah, let's go ahead and jam back and at least offload this stuff. This is very good, though. I mean, there may be a duplication bug, and I don't know. That's okay. I don't mind exploiting it a bit. We can make a really nice HUD, and we'll be able to make a number of the items that I'll want to craft. So, yeah, we get to check out more stuff. That's always good. Well, it seems we've made our way back. We're outside. The frame rate has dropped significantly. It seems to be the norm in this area, but at least we're back. We've got our stuff, which I can now offload, and I think we'll just kind of leave this piled up in this area here, and then what we'll do is we'll just head right on back. We'll have to make a bit of that jog again. It was a good chunk of distance. I know you didn't see all of it, so it probably didn't seem too bad, but there were a number of screens I had to run through and caves and things to jump. But we'll get through this. We'll go ahead and offload this, and I will take us right back where we were and pick up where we left off. You know, before I leave, I wanted to show you something. Those of you who are playing, this is kind of an interesting method I've just realized, and maybe I'm slow, I don't know, but I've been kind of moving things out of the inventory space here and having to dodge kind of the more solid objects. You'll see if I bring this in, it bumps my log, so I kind of was skirting over and then coming down. But you know, really the best way to do this is when you're taking it out of here, just go into construction mode, because you can clip through everything and then just kind of position things where you essentially where you want them to fall. Now you want to make sure that they don't attach to each other, as I did just there. But as long as you kind of stack them up, and I've done this before, but I never thought about it as far as storing my items underneath. I saw that as problematic, and that's part of why I made the hut this way, to store things above. So what I may end up doing is actually storing things along the ramp down here, and then I can run across the top of it, because in this construction mode it's very simple just to drag things through the environment and just kind of hover it where you want it to drop, say here, and then just hit the space bar and let everything fall where you want it to go. So anyway, just a quick little tip, because I basically carried in this stone and bumped all the logs and they ran into me, and I was starting to restack them so I could bring the stone around, and I thought, wait a second, I could just do this and move through everything. I'll get there one day. I'm a little slow at times, but we'll get there. Alrighty, well, we're back where we were. I chopped down the tree, and looks like I didn't have to go very far before there's another one, so that's, or two in fact. So anyway, that makes things easy, and this makes it even easier when it's just laying out here. I may have left this out here a while ago, I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and select the axe and get to chopping. Now again, I'm pretty sure this is only supposed to give like 3 of the large planks when cut, so I think there might be some kind of duplication problem. Oh, where's my saw at? Oh boy. Now I'm gonna have to backtrack and go find that thing. I don't know. I can't take me anywhere. Fortunately, the saw was just behind me a bit. So let's go ahead and chop these suckers up. Let's get this thing out here. Look at that. Boy, that is making a lot. Like I said, I don't think it's supposed to be making that many, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and claim it, right? Let's see how many we can get in here. These are stacking kind of interestingly. I don't remember being able to stack that many together here, but maybe. See that? That's very interesting. There is a whole lot of these. I really think there is a bug. But what that means is that we're going to get to make a very nice, elaborate hut. There's some areas actually of the map that I can't access because it's pretty tall. And I honestly was thinking, oh, this is kind of no good because the wood is really in short supply and I can't make a ladder to get to some of these places I want to go, or basically stairs. But it looks like that's not going to be as much of a problem as I thought it was going to. Yeah, it looks like we can make as much wood as we want. I did not mean to do that. Okay, let's just let all this fall here. Look at all that wood. Get the saw put away here. Well, what I think I'll do is I will try and organize this all so that I can take it all back with me, and we will offload it back at the shack, back at the hut. Well, as it turns out, after messing around with the inventory enough, turns out you don't have to stick in the lines there. Stick within the lines. I've got all of these. I started turning them and thought, you know, these can hang out a bit. I wonder if I can. Oh, sure enough. So I got all the wood that was taking up all the room to basically fill into this area. So yeah, I can carry quite a bit more wood. Not quite twice as much, but just about. So we don't have to make a big run back yet. We can kind of keep going. I could try to take this, but oh, so heavy. Let's see here. We'll take this guy. Right. Get this in there. Oops, there we go. Okay. So much wood. Really didn't anticipate we would get this much wood. Yeah, it looks like we got more here. Boy, we could find another tree. That would be crazy. That'd be a whole lot of wood for sure. Oops, what am I doing? Something like that. A lot of driftwood here. Again, I don't really need that. I could grab that stone block, maybe on the way back. We'll see. We're going to see if we can't find more wood or a tree or something. Yeah, we got a crate we could bust up. Never know what's in these. A saw and some rocks. Don't really care for that. More stone blocks. Alright, we'll go over a little bit further. See if we can't get lucky with another tree or so. Try and keep my eye on the ground here, make sure I don't miss anything too crazy. Alright, time to play the flying fish. Big blue flying fish. You know, back on dry land once again, or at least as dry as it can be with rain. We have some mushrooms here. I don't know if I can... What says it grows mushrooms. I can't seem to pick it up, so we'll leave it. Got another tomato plant, some grass, another chicken. Did not bring the gun with me. See, this grows potatoes. I can't seem to pick that up either. So we got another tree though. That's pretty much what we were looking for. Go ahead and chop this sucker down, and I think this might do it as far as how much we can carry wood wise. You're not gonna break down any further? There we go. Okay. Let's get rid of the axe. Construction mode. Get ye old saw. Get this in here somewhere. Okay. It seems to want to clip it out of the screen, so I'll just hit spacebar, let those drop. There we go. Alrighty. Now we fill the spot. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this up. This is a little bit tedious. And then I will make my way back to our hut. And at that point, we'll start looking at things we can make crafting wise. We'll work on the hut maybe after we've made a couple items. I definitely want to make a bed, and I want to make some other things as well. But we'll look through the recipe list once we get over there and figure out what we want to do. Boy, look at all this space. I still have a lot more room. Well, I may go continue to gather more stuff before I head back, but I will see you back at the hut once I'm all filled up. Well, I was on my way back. In fact, I'm still on my way back, and I started noticing what looked like fire when I jumped. You'll see it at the top of my screen, kind of in the center. You see when I jumped there, and I thought, you know, what is going on here? I don't get that. And I pulled my menu down, and somehow my wood is caught on fire. I don't know. Something's going on there. I'd be more concerned, except I know that I can dunk these in water, so I guess we'll just let that go. So anyway, we'll cruise on back and get things offloaded, but I think that's good enough for now. Once I get everything organized and everything, we'll take a little break and we'll return in the next episode. So thanks for watching, everybody. I greatly appreciate it, and give this video a like if you like what you're seeing so far, especially if you want to see more of this. So I definitely appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, everybody. We will catch you guys next time.